pleased to meet you. Welcome back, everybody, to QOTD, the Question of the Day show. QOTD is the game show that lets you be on the air, and you can join us on the air by recording your video answers to our awesome daily questions.
And you can also join us by voting for your favorite answers to determine who makes it to the weekly Big Show Championship. That is on Thursdays at 8:30 a.m. Eastern Time.
We're going to show you how to make it on the air with us for Thursday's Big Show. We're also going to take a look at one of our favorite fan answers to today's question, and it has to do with universal self-improvement.
Oh, I see. You know, one way that you can improve your QOTD score is by getting the questions a little bit earlier. It gives you a little bit more chance to think about it, a chance to get more votes. The way to do that is by clicking the subscribe button right underneath this video. If you're on beyondtheair.com, go ahead and register, and you will get tomorrow's questions into your inbox first. How about that? Self-improvement.
Yeah. It's also a modern invention that is just really something special. Let's start with some answer leaders for this week, starting with the top 3 answers for Friday's question. What animal would you like to be reincarnated as? Assuming non-human animals.
Yes.
Yeah, some interesting answers to this one.
True.
Some interesting comments, too, on YouTube. Well, on Saturday, our QOTD was also a super interesting one, which is like, imagine that you went back in time. Imagine that you had to go back in time. Maybe you had to fix something with like a convoluted time thread or whatever. But if when you went back in time, maybe you should bring along some kind of modern invention that would give you some leverage on those medieval types. Maybe something that would just like blow their minds away. You know, like labradoodles, right? Nice.
That is a modern invention, Trip.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all good options. That's something I forget. A lot of dog breeds are very modern, so it's a good thing to bring back.
Exactly.
So next we have the top 3 answers for Sunday's question, which is, has an animal saved your life? Tell us about it. Speaking of animals and pets, we have a lot of really good stories for this question. Watching through the answers, very surprised at how the life-saving tendencies of a lot of animals. So if you have a story, let us know yours.
If we didn't love them enough.
Oh, sorry. Here are the top 3 answers for Monday's question. What reality show would you totally win? I'm going to choose Chopped, because they give you just 5 random pantry items that never go together, and you have to make a meal, and it's kind of the story of my life. So I could win.
So are you familiar with the dish pasta puttanesca?
I've heard of it. I'm not sure what it is.
It's pretty much, you just take everything that's in the kitchen and then just chuck it in. But it's very famous.
Okay, I could do that.
Yeah.
I have complete faith in you.
Thank you, Reed.
Yes.
First, all right, but let's get to today's QOTD, shall we?
Yes. Yep. Drum roll.
Yes, please. Do I even have to ask? What's one thing everybody really needs to improve on? I have always, it's a good question. I've always said being empathetic, just remembering you don't know what somebody else is going through, so no need to assume.
That's a good answer.
Yeah.
One step to being a better human is start by recognizing other people's humanity, right? And respecting that. Yeah.
Very deep. I can tell today is going to be a very deep question with our answers. But before we get to our own personal answers, I think we can take a quick detour into looking at one of our early fan answer favorites, because we've been getting answers from across the world, and what better time than now to look at some of our early favorites. So receiving the distinct honor of self-help guru, we have Crystal's answer. Let's take a quick watch.
I feel like we could all improve on being less judgmental as human beings. We all have feelings, have a heart. Just have a heart, because who are we to judge the next person based on our own assumptions?
Yeah, have a heart. What's wrong with you? My goodness. My goodness. So my answer is not as good as Crystal's answer, but at least something that we're thinking about. I think that we should all like focus on learning how to communicate. Whether or not we've already fallen in love with each other, or maybe we've got like some conflicts or something like that, the place to start out resolving these things is to start by like communicating your needs. You have them, right? And so do the people, like whatever, on the other side of the proverbial table, right? And so we both need to be able to like articulate what we really need. We also need to be able to listen to what other people kind of say. So I want to put like big money down on communicate better. That's what I think we could all improve upon. We're not very good at it as a rule.
No, we're not. And mine kind of goes off your idea a little bit. Mine would be honoring commitments. So when you say, let's have dinner on Tuesday night, Keith, we're going to have dinner on Tuesday night, right? Because look, we're all busy and we all have a lot going on in our lives, but it's not easy for anybody to kind of keep everything that we have going on, right? But it makes you feel sort of less than when your time is sort of disposable to somebody else. It's just not a good feeling. So, make a commitment with people, make the time to actually follow through and develop a relationship.
She's just kidding around now. I would never break an appointment with Trish. Never.
I was gonna say it was getting very shady and salty in the recap show today, airing out personal grievances on the air. Well, I think my answer, I think I'm going in a different direction. I think this New York City in me really is jumping out. My answer is people need to walk faster, because whenever I'm like walking on the streets of the city, I'll always find myself like walking behind someone, having to like go into the bike lane and like putting my life in danger to walk around someone else. And so I think we need like the highway system where it's like people who are not walking fast, like using the left side of the sidewalk as a passing lane for people. But just generally, I think people need to get those steps in, start pumping those arms, and just get places quicker.
Such a New York answer. It really is just amazing.
Yeah.
I could go on. I have a whole rant about this. Well, we have some incredible answers ourselves for this question. As you can tell, we have a lot of things that I think you all viewers watching can start improving in your lives right now. But today's question is not the only one you can answer. We have 4 other questions, as you have seen, that are at fans' disposal, and another amazing answer to Saturday's question, which is what modern invention would stun past humans. So receiving the honor of modern Marie Curie, we have Sonia's answer.
I don't know why this came to mind, but I would definitely say Hinge or Tinder. Like, imagine just being able to like see people from around your like village, like just trying to like get some. I feel like they wouldn't even comprehend what was going on. They'd be like, you guys are so advanced that you have the energy or the bandwidth to even be doing this right now. Like, we're just trying to survive. But I guess that's a ton of technology on top of technology that would just, yeah. I'm gonna go with that one.
So besides the need for the other modern invention that prevents pregnancies, JJ, how is she the modern Marie Curie? Didn't Marie Curie like was the first person to actually get her eyeballs on like germs and microbes?
I mean, are we gonna pretend like microbes and germs aren't on the same level as a privy you up text?
Yes, I guess she does deserve a Nobel Prize.
She does. And she gets to win the prize for like the modern invention double entendre match.
Yeah. And whole villages that look just like Sonia.
Well, fans, you've got 2 days left to submit your own answers for your very own chance to appear on our Thursday Big Show. That's the super fun finale that we host. Reed, JJ, Keith, and I, we go over the best videos of the entire week. It's every Thursday at 8:30 a.m. on YouTube, Twitch, and right here at beyondtheair.com.
Yes, to record your answer for that big show, you can go to beyondtheair.com and click the orange record button under the 24/7 live game stream. You can still answer today's question or any of this week's other questions for your chance to tell us what people need to improve on, tell us what modern invention you would bring into the past, and for your chance to join us on the air.
And how did nobody say video games among us? We love video games. But speaking of video games, when you're back there on beyondtheair.com, you know that you can also play the Guess and Bid game. And that's where you click on the green buttons in order to bid stars on the videos that you think are going to win. And then when they win, so do you. You climb the leaderboard, and that gets you right here. You can show up in the daily recap show and just be a star. It's another way of being on the air. You're awesome, Mary.
Yeah. I mean, showing people that they could be on the air, that would rock a whole village.
First, you'd have to tell them what air is.
Yeah, it's like one of those things on top of a thing, but I'd be like, guys, up to speed. We're doing phones now, we're doing TV, and we're getting you on the air. And they just go crazy, I know it. Well, anyway, thank you everybody for joining us in the present day. And a special thank you to everybody who has already watched, voted, and recorded so far. We are QOTD and Be on the Air signing off, and we'll see you on TV.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. I guess I have broken an appointment or two with you, Trish. I'm sorry.